Yo, so Joker 2 dropped and it's already getting cooked. People were hyped for the sequel, but they're leaving the theaters like, what the hell did I just watch? We're gonna break down why this movie's flopping harder than anyone expected and whether it's actually as bad as everyone's saying. Then, speaking of flops, KSI just put out a new track and it's getting torched online. The internet is letting him have it, so we're diving into why the song isn't hitting and if KSI's fans are turning on him. After that, we've got these food brands acting up on social media. Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, all trolling each other like they've got nothing better to do. And finally, Gen Alpha, the TikTok and Roblox generation that's shaping the future while we're still figuring out TikTok trends. They're running the show, and brands are scrambling to keep up. We'll talk about who's getting it right and who's missing the mark. Stick around, we've got a wild one today. And if you have any feedback for us, let me know in the comment. Indulge. Good morning, welcome to YAP. Today I'm joined by Mel. How's it going?
Good.
How's your weekend?
It was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one TikTok of you. So is that what you're referring to?
I mean that, but also I had a near-death experience. But no.
What the hell?
No, I'm kidding.
What happened?
I'm kidding. I'm being dramatic.
Yeah.
Like I was just like sitting in a cafe, and then like I feel a sharp pain inside my ear that moved down my neck into my chest, and it all happened on the right side. And I was like, "Am I having a stroke?"
Yeah.
And it like lasted for a whole like couple minutes.
Yeah.
So I was just concerned, and then like I texted my flatmates. And then they were just like, call Healthline. And so I did. And they were just kind of like, it could just be a sinus infection, but go to the doctor within 24 hours. And if it gets any worse, go to the ER. And I was like, sweet. So I might have a stroke. I might not have a stroke. And they were like, basically. But
They're so bad, bro. The medical field here is so bad. Like the ER and stuff. It's insane to me that like you could literally have like your arm chopped off, and if you go to the ER, you can wait like 6 hours. It's stupid.
Really?
It's so silly. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm just making it up. But are you a fan of like movies in general or not really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any interest in watching Joker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched
But didn't the
it.
guy die? The guy who like was...
What a spoiler, guys. What the fuck?
No,
yeah,
as in like the real life actor guy died.
Oh, this was like 10 years ago. Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they made like another one.
Oh,
And another
okay.
one. Another one.
Lol.
They made like 3. So Joaquin Phoenix plays the Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Have you heard of him?
Nah.
So this guy died.
Yeah.
And he's an
He
Australian
was
guy.
such a good
Yeah.
Joker.
Now there's this guy.
Oh.
So they came out with the original movie in 2019, and it was a success. It broke $1 billion at the box office. The budget was like 77 million, so like it made 10 times its money. And the new one came out, Joker 2, 5 years later, co-starring Lady Gaga.
As Harley Quinn?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. But people, me included, hate the movie.
Really?
So if you're going, take some caution, or just save your $20. I don't know. It's probably too soon to speak on the actual movie, but bro, like without spoilers, so underwhelming. So underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah.
But I also feel like Marvel DC Universe like movies.
Yeah.
They have such a hype to live up to.
Yeah.
That like anything they put out needs to be insane for people to like it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an impossible bar, I think. But I was watching this video like yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's like a hot take conspiracy. It was one of those videos where they just say anything.
Yeah.
And they try to link 2 and 2 things together.
Sure.
But like okay, hear me out.
So, yeah, take me on this journey.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay. So Harley Quinn.
Yes.
You know how like previously she was like Margot Robbie was the person that acted as her.
Yep.
And Margot Robbie also acts as Barbie.
Yes.
So this guy on these podcasts, the 2 of them, he was like, so hear me out.
Yeah.
Barbie went into the real world, decided to be human because she's not equipped with handling the spectrum of human emotion, but she became a doctor to help people.
Yeah. And then she met Joker.
And then she met Joker.
And then she became Harley Quinn.
And then she was too overwhelmed by the spectrum of human emotion that she just snapped. and became Harley Quinn.
Maybe. I hear it. I don't know. I think Lady Gaga plays the character really well in the movie. I think if you haven't watched the original, I would probably go watch this one. It's just the fact that if you did watch the original, this because the original had so much mystery about it and everything.
Yep.
That even the ending had people wondering with different theories about what happened and stuff. But then the second movie comes out and it almost answers everything on the nose kind of thing, and it just kind of ruined what the first movie was. And okay, because I mean I don't know if this is because Lady Gaga's in it, but half the movie is musicals,
Probably
actual
because
musicals.
Probably. I mean that casting.
Yeah, and so I mean both of them can sing and everything, but it's cool the first time, the second time, the third. Then it's come on, bro. You just killed somebody. Why are you gonna turn to the camera and start singing? I don't know. It's just, yeah. So if you haven't watched the Joker, save your $20.
You know how Grey's Anatomy has 20 seasons?
Yeah.
Or 20 plus seasons?
Yeah.
I was really into I was deep in the Grey's Anatomy train. And then lol. Then one episode they started just singing.
Yeah.
And I was just what is happening?
Yeah.
People are running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes, that's what her name is.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes, what are you doing? Why was there a singing scene?
Yeah.
That was silly.
Yeah.
It was a silly choice.
And I think it makes sense if you're into musicals, but I'm just not. I was going in trying to watch, I don't know, violence, murders, blood, and next thing I know, Joker's fucking singing at me candidly at the camera. It's no, bro, no, you had one job. And so yeah, it's I think
this isn't La La Land.
No, exactly. Or what was the other one? The Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, something like that.
That wasn't a musical.
No, I'm just making shit up.
Yeah.
I'm just making shit up. Okay. One more thing. Have you heard KSI's recent song?
No.
It's the song of the year. People are saying.
Okay. To be fair, he's actually well, I heard I want to say there's 2 songs I heard of him that I actually kind of like.
Okay, there's gonna be 3.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna play a little bit. It's featuring Trippie Redd, but the part
I'm
that's
scared.
Dude. Just before I play it, so this song has been going super viral on TikTok. People are loving it.
Okay.
Some people are hating it.
Okay.
I just want to see what.
Consent.
Wait, I'll just show you the part.
No.
Wait, let him cook.
You keep skipping. How am I supposed to listen to it?
I'll just play it for 20 seconds.
I hate it. It's giving Katy Perry.
Dude, one comment I watched on the music video on YouTube killed me.
It's giving she's a woman. She's a
yeah, he lied. What was it? Oh my god. Wait, I need to find this comment. Oh my god. It says something oh, honestly, okay. So somebody commented on the YouTube video, on the music video of it, that honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artist, different theme, different message, and a different genre, it could have gone hard.
Valid.
But it's so bad. It's so bad. People are dunking on him, and it's I don't know.
I'm more so hating on the lyrics. I feel okay. Lately, all these songs are popping off. The lyrics are trash. The latest Katy Perry song. Love Katy Perry, but I have this hot take that if an artist's life is going well, she has a beautiful baby, a beautiful husband, and her life, she's just thriving right now. But her music is shit.
Yeah.
It's there's one whole line in one of her new songs where she's literally the chorus slaps. It's but there's a line in the beginning where she builds you up to it, and she's just she's a woman, she's a sister, she's
she's a mother.
She's a mother. And I'm okay, are you just listing things that the female gender could potentially be? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I feel like I have this toxic thing with music artists that it's like I'm only really a fan of them when they're like relatively obscure. When they become mainstream, it kind of like I just don't resonate with them anymore. And I
Fair.
think it has to do with the fact like they almost have nothing to prove at that stage. Like when they're super small, they're trying to like do the most. I call it hunger music.
Yeah.
So like they're hungry for it, like they're doing the most. And sometimes you could do it a little bit when you're on the mainstream stage, but it gets to a point where like you're sleeping good, you're eating good, like life is good, like you can get away with mid. So
Yeah. I listened to Ariana Grande before everyone was into her, and I still remember like coming across her like this one video and being like, "Oh my god, I just found the most talented person in the world."
you discovered Ariana Grande.
Like she was just like I think she was singing Emotions, and like I was just like the notes that she hit in that song, Emotions by Maria Carey.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh my god, I found this new person. And then ever since I just kind of followed her career. There was a phase where she was like singing this song called Champagne Pop, and she like was orange.
Sure.
Like she was like her skin color was
Oh
orange.
yeah, I remember she was like 10 as fuck, right?
Yeah, I was like, girl,
Yeah.
is this a bit? But she looks better now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Hunger music. Bring back hunger music. Let's speak on food brands and how wild they get on Twitter. How wild they get in general. So
Food
basically,
brands. Oh yeah.
like fast food brands. Sorry. Let's speak on fast food brands and how they go crazy on each other on Twitter. Now, the main one that I think of was Wendy's back in the day.
Oh, I love Wendy's.
I remember like 8 years ago when they were like dunking on everybody and their mama. I remember not just cause so they would have this thing where like they would respond to customers and stuff, and they would dunk on them back. But it got crazy when they started like dunking on actual other fast food competitors. So like it'd be like Burger King that came out with their thing saying like some Whopper stuff, and they go like, "Oh, so it's finally not frozen," blah blah, blah something like that. And I just think that brands on Twitter or brands on any social media, when they are beefing / interacting with each other, it always makes for like a spectacle kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so let me just pull it up. Here we go.
I loved Wendy's back in the day. I mean, not so much the food, but just how they were on social media. They were savage. And I think like they were so ahead of the curve back then.
Yeah.
They were just willing to try shit. And I think that's why that like made them so different compared to the rest.
Yeah. So
like,
yeah.
It's just like I feel like now people are trying to do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like when there's a clear difference between you and the rest of the industry, that's when it pops off the most.
Especially back in the day where like everything was super polished.
Yeah.
For like these big corporations.
Yeah.
That you can never like type in like all lowercase letters and be like lol and like throw emojis and stuff like
lol.
I don't know. Like so like Burger King had this tweet where they said, this is back in 2017. Flame grilling is hard to resist. And then Wendy's replied with, yeah, for people who like frozen beef. And just shit like that, like, and the interactions on Wendy's tweet would always get like double, if not triple, what the original tweet got. And it built like a cult fan base, to be honest, for like a good 3-4 years. I feel like they've slowed down now, or maybe it's just like everybody does it now.
Maybe they just have a different guy running it, because I'm like, I remember reading up about this because like I run the comms management team here, and like we do research on how other brands do stuff as well. And yeah, like there's this one guy who's doing an interview about like just kind of his approach. Like he works for Wendy's, and he was the guy behind the thing.
Yeah.
And like he was just kind of saying that like they just kind of said to him, do whatever, and he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he
say
just
no more.
And then he was like, say less. And then he just started doing it. Could be just that there's a different guy in charge.
Yeah. But like imagine like back then, like before they started that, it would have been such a big risk to take. Like imagine getting everybody in that company on board with the fact that like, okay, now I'm just gonna start throwing jabs at like McDonald's and Burger King, knowing like you're a much smaller brand, and like it could backfire so hard.
I feel like it only really works on underdog brands.
Yeah.
Because like if you're a big boy, if you're McDonald's,
Yeah.
if you're McDonald's and you're doing that, people will just call you a bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna kind of be the underdog. So if you're not the underdog, and I think the other thing which with Wendy is the fact that like they're like almost like a legacy brand. Like they've been around for so long. Like if you're just a brand that opened like 10 years ago, you can't really like. You don't have that sense of familiarity. I fucking struggle with that word every time. Familiarity. I don't know, one of them.
It doesn't have the same kind of absurdity to it, I feel, because like they're new enough and insignificant enough that people would like, oh, like, okay, it makes sense. They're just trying to fight for the spot and they're trying to be different. But they're also old enough for it to be like, oh my God.
Did they?
Crazy.
No.
Like, yeah, it would just kind of be the same vein. It's like when you imagine those like corporate, you imagine like big conservative people on top. And when they do that, it's super surprising.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of the intrigue. Like, who approved this? I think that was probably the whole thing.
Yes. Who runs like the marketing department here? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's like that time that we released our marketing budget.
Yeah.
No, our like company budget.
Yeah.
And like everyone reacted to it. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So like, if the company is older, we by default assume that the marketing department is also older, kind of thing. Whereas if it's a newer brand, maybe we associate like a younger.
Yeah, because like I want to say that like if you see a new brand, like let's say what's a fucking new brand? Like
I'll let you struggle with this one out.
I want to say like in New Zealand, it's clothing.
Yeah.
You don't really. When you think of the people running it, you think of like maybe millennials.
Yeah.
Like that's as old as they get.
Max.
But like McDonald's, even like, even brands like Barbie that had like a million years of like legacy. I say million, sorry, that was like exaggeration. But brands like that you immediately associate with white corporate America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like suits. Like
suits. 50s. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Balding, probably. I think I think there's also like there's like a charm to it. Like you've got to be funny with it. You can't just be like dunking on them for the sake of dunking on them. Like Wendy's had this really good thing where like I feel like for every 2 mean tweets they had like 1 super funny tweet, or even in like their meanest tweets it still had like a bit of humor with it.
Yeah, it's like playful. Like you're not the worst thing that you can do. Well, it's not really the worst thing, but like the most effective way that you can do it is like be on a fine line between like being a little bit sassy and a little bit like on you walk the line of the edge, but you don't actually cross it.
Yep.
So yeah, I think
and
when he
that's
did
so
that really
entertaining to watch that exact thing of like teetering the line.
Yeah. You're just like, oh my God, that's kind of far, but not too far.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Duolingo.
Yes.
One of their comments, like they're big on just their social media pops off, but they're also big on just going out and commenting on other stuff. Yeah. And one of the things that really put them on the map on social media was like, there's this account that said with the user handle England something.
Sure.
And it like said something, and then they responded with like, all right, colonizer, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then turns out I went to a talk with the lady who runs it, who's the reason why I grew so big.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, we made that account.
Yeah.
Like they made the account with the user handle England something, and then replied it themselves. But that popped off and like really got them all
just
over.
to like fabricate that stunt.
Yeah, crazy.
And it worked. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
I love when like, I mean, you see it now more than ever. Whenever like a viral TikTok goes off, all the brands are in the TikTok comments, just like commenting whatever, and they're all trying to like show off like a certain piece of their personality. Like it'd be like the randomest brands. Like we've had, especially on like one of our latest TikToks where Joni fucking popped off doing the Sabrina Carpenter impression.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I want to say Microsoft commented, like just a bunch of these like random verified brands that have no place being in the attention seekers comment section are in the attention seekers comment section.
Microsoft sponsor us. We use all your shit.
Yeah. Discount sponsor. If anything, sponsor the YAP podcast. Like Just watch
Yeah.
this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I think the other thing is that people like crave authenticity. People want to see something real. I feel like now it's harder than ever to do that because everybody's brand on TikTok or on social media in general is like a little quirky. So how do you stick out even more from that is like the thing I think out loud. But has there like speaking of like brands in general, have you ever been invested in a brand beef on social media?
No, but I mean, if we're talking personal brands,
Yeah.
like I love a celebrity love triangle.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure half of it is orchestrated. Like honestly,
Probably,
the
yeah.
Sydney Sweeney one, girl.
Yeah.
You,
What is that?
You
Break
are
it
so
down.
smart. Well, Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, whatever his name is.
Sure.
Not important. Sorry, you're really hot. But like they did this movie together and then everyone was talking about how they had an affair, but they're both kind of like have long-term partners.
Sure.
Sydney's engaged and he's married, I
Yeah.
think. But they were like both leaning into this whole like controversy around because they're both really attractive people. So naturally the public would like because they're
That makes
co-stars.
sense. Yep.
And the movie's really good. The movie is I want to say like up there in recent rom-coms.
What is it called? What's the movie?
What is it? Let me think.
Sydney Sweeney and
I
who?
literally don't know,
Glenn?
guys. I forgot. It's one of the biggest movies.
Anyone but you?
Anyone but you.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they really leaned into it, and I feel like a lot of celebrities would just shy away from it, but they really played it up. They like every single promo, like whether they went to a Vogue shoot or anything, they would like do clips of him. And she did like a bit at SNL.
Yeah.
Where she's like talking about like she was addressing the rumors in like part of it.
Yeah.
Addressing the rumors, and she was just like talking about how like actually like her partner was producing the movie with her.
Yeah.
And she talks about he's my dream man, blah blah, blah, and he's here today. And then the camera pans to Glenn Powell.
Not her fucking boyfriend or husband.
Yeah.
Oh my days. That's bad.
But it's funny because like he's in on it, she's in on it, and like honestly, it works. It works. She played into like what the public was already saying and what the public was already expecting from her because she's this like bombshell girl.
Yeah.
And like if you look at like search, there's like a graph on like search hits for the name Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
And I think it was done really strategically because like there was Anyone But You that came out in February, and she played that up, and like the graph went like this, and then literally 1 month later, a movie that she produced came out called Immaculate.
Yep.
And I was just like, girl, you smart as fuck.
No, I think this year she like did everything so well.
Yeah.
Cause like she escaped the allegations of just being like a dumb hot blonde. Like she played everybody a fool pretty much.
Yeah, she escaped the Megan Fox curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Megan Fox dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I think something super similar to that happened with the series Normal People.
Normal People.
Phoebe Bridgers' boyfriend. What's his name?
Whoa, I know Phoebe Bridgers, but that's so niche.
Wait, let's see.
She's a singer, right?
Yeah. But she has a
Okay.
boyfriend, no?
No? I don't know. I don't know. All I know about her is like, I'm a river. I'm a river.
This guy? Paul Mescal.
Oh, okay.
And this lady, they're basically like the co-stars of this Normal People season TV show. And he was, I don't know if he still is, but he was with Phoebe Bridgers at the time. And all the rollout had like all the red carpet, the Met Gala and stuff, like he'd be with his girlfriend and he'd look like neutral.
Yeah.
But the second he'd see his co-star, his face would like lit up and everything, and it caused a frenzy, bro. It caused such a frenzy that people were like, "Damn, Phoebe's a stronger woman than me," like blah, blah. So on and so forth. Gen Alpha. Now I have a brother that is in Gen Alpha. Do you have any siblings that are in Gen Alpha?
What is Gen Alpha again? Like
Gen
what
Alpha
year?
is like 2010 and younger, and yeah, older, younger. The cutoff is 2010 or 2011.
I mean, if my sister is 15, maybe.
What year? 2009?
Maybe 2010. Maybe just on the nose, 2010.
probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Gen Alpha is like increasing now more than ever. Obviously, like we can't have more Gen Z people in this world. That's it. We've had our limit. And so I was thinking it'd be like a funny thing if so you're a Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it would be kind of funny if I had you guess what Gen Alpha slang is.
Oh, I hate this. Now I'm
Okay.
gonna feel old.
So, yeah. Guess the Gen Alpha slang. What's Phantom Tax? Oh, this feels like a client interrogation.
No, I don't know.
Yes, you
What?
don't?
No.
Okay, so Phantom is a streamer, and he would like barge into people's rooms whenever they have food, and he just takes some of the food. He's like this fat guy.
That is so niche.
Phantom
Come on
Tax.
now.
He's big. Okay,
Is he?
okay. Do you know what "get" means?
I've heard it, but no.
You actually don't know what it means.
No. I feel like I'm also considered bad by Gen Z standards. So.
Fair. Okay, it means like it's a synonym for like when you see somebody bad, you're like, yeah, like I hate it that I did that. Okay, do you know what mewing is?
Yes,
What's
that I
mewing?
do. It's like when you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth
Okay.
to like make your jawline pop.
Okay.
Is that a Gen Alpha thing?
I think so.
Oh,
Or like it got popularized by Gen Alpha people.
okay.
Do you know what skibbity means?
No.
You actually don't know where it comes from?
No.
Okay, so basically there's this like cursed animation video thing on TikTok called Skibbity Toilet. That's it, I think.
Lol.
What else? You know what Riz means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Like cool. Right?
Like game. Like if you have Riz, you have game.
Oh.
Like
okay.
you're smooth with the
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What else? Aura? You know what aura is.
Yeah.
What is aura?
It's like vibe, right?
Yeah. Like how I guess your reputation kind of thing.
This morning I dropped my phone in front of him and he was like -100 aura or something. And I was
That's
like,
the first thing I see at her.
And I was like, I didn't come here to be attacked this morning.
First thing on a Monday morning. All right, with that being said, I think we're out of time. Guys, thanks so much for tuning to the podcast. Mel, any final words?
Toodaloo.
Peace.